and Siobhan. So I was putzing around on the Pampered Chef website today and I found a new recipe that I wanted to try out for the quick cooker, and I figured I would make a video and see how it goes. So we're making a quick cooker chicken and broccoli risotto, cheddar and broccoli risotto. So right now I've got the quick cooker set on sear. So this is getting hot and there's some olive oil in there heating up. And I am going to use our manual food processor to chop up some peppers, red peppers and onions that I just hunked up a little bit so that we can add them in there. Overfill it. So we just have them cut in there. Literally, that's it. And now I'm just gonna pump this a little bit to chop it all up. So, one piece didn't get cut up on me, but you can see it's all chopped up and nice and fine in there. So we can take this out, and we're gonna add it into the quick cooker. I hope you could hear that. There's a nice big sizzle going on because this has been preheating with the oil in there. So we're gonna saute this up. So this is the peppers and onions are in there, and then I'm going to add a little bit more peppers and onions that I already have all chopped up, and some garlic that I pressed in there. And we're just going to stir this up. So now this is going to saute in here for about 4 minutes until it gets all nice and translucent and ready to go. So I'm gonna pause it right here and then we'll come back and you can see what it looks like in a few minutes. So this has been sauteing and just gonna come in here and you can see they're all nicely cooked, the peppers and onions. I forgot to put in before I stopped it before a little bit of salt. So there's 2 teaspoons of salt in there. And now I'm going to add in the arborio rice and just stir that for a minute so it coats a little bit. So risotto is one of those things that I absolutely love, but it's a labor of love to make it. It's very pot intensive, you know, time intensive, not pot intensive. You have to stand there and stir it and constantly be adding more liquid to it. So the idea of a quick cooker risotto is so exciting to me. So I'm really hoping this recipe turns out as delicious as all the other Pampered Chef ones do. So I have in there now the rice, and in this bowl here, in my stainless steel prep bowl, I have chicken tenderloins that I have just cut up into bite-sized pieces. So I'm gonna add that in here. Stir that all together. So this is our microwave gripper, and I like to use it when I'm using the quick cooker on the sear, because I can hold the edge of the pot and not have to worry about the heat, because it is getting pretty hot in there right now, and obviously I don't want to hold it with my bare fingers, but this little grip doesn't really get in the way when I'm using it, which is fantastic. Okay, so the next thing that I have to add is 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. So 1, 2, and we are up to our chicken broth. So I'm actually doubling this recipe. So it should be 3 cups, but I'm going to be adding 6 cups of chicken broth. And I use the bone broth because I really like the flavor that bone broth gives you. And it's low sodium, so that you don't have to worry about extra salt. You can control what's in there. So pour that in there real quick. So these are easy read measuring cups. What's fantastic about them is that the measurements is on the angle, so you can look straight down and you don't have to be hopping up and down with it. So I'm just gonna give this a quick stir so we get the mustard and everything to combine. All right, that looks good. Everything's in there. All right, so now we're gonna put our lid on and we're gonna get to the quick cook aspect. aspect of it. All right, so I'm going to cancel out the sear, and we're going to turn this knob until we get to the white rice setting, which is right here, and then we're just going to press start. So while this is cooking, I'm going to go shred some cheese for the next step, and we'll check in as soon as this is done. Thanks, guys. All right, so our rice setting is complete, and when it finished, it just went over to warming. So now I'm going to press the steam release button so we can release the steam. Very exciting. So we can open her up. All right, so I let all the steam out, and now we're gonna take the lid off. Let's put this over here for now. All right, so to our pot, I am going to add some broccoli florets, some frozen broccoli actually, because that's what I had on hand. And then I shredded up some sharp cheddar cheese. And actually I've used these the whole time I'm cooking and I haven't talked about them once. These are silicone prep bowls. I absolutely love them because they're squishy and you can drop them and they're not going to break. And they have measuring inside of them. This is a 3-cup one. And they're fantastic for using with the kids. My kid's laughing at me right now, but they're fantastic for using with the kids because if they drop them, they're just going to bounce. There's no problem with them breaking or anything like that. Okay, so that's the shredded cheddar cheese is in there, and then we have some cubed cream cheese in here, and this is the 1-cup one. So these prep bowls come in 3 sizes of 1 cup. 2 cups and 3 cups, and they nest inside each other and they have lids, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to stir this a little bit, and then we're going to put this back onto, so we're going to cancel that out, and we're going to put this back onto the sear and let this cook for about 4 or 5 minutes. We're going to stir this in here so that the broccoli can be heated through. It looks absolutely delicious. And so that the cheese can melt in there. Still, again, my little microwave grip is awesome for this. I'm just gonna stir that up. So this is gonna cook for about another 4 minutes. Oops, I'm forgetting to add the lemon. So I have half a lemon here. I'm gonna put into my citrus press. And we're just going to squeeze it right in there. A little bit of fresh lemon juice to finish it off. So again, we're just going to let this cook for about 5 more minutes, stirring frequently. And then it should all combine and it'll be ready to go. So it looks delicious. You want to bring that over here so they can see what it looks like? So it looks absolutely delicious. I'm excited to give it a try. And I will let you all know how it turns out. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching.